What's happening, Sienna? Listings just jumped another 30% in inventory. Home prices are continuing to rise and it's still taking longer to sell each month in Sienna. But we're gonna tell you all the details in this real estate update for December 2025. Last month, we're gonna tell you all about Sienna real estate and what's happening so you can know right now. All right, welcome back. If you haven't been here before, we do this every month. My name is Ryan Adams. I'm with the Adams Group at Real Broker. We're right here in the front of Sienna, right by PJ's Coffee, 12th Man Donut. While you're getting a donut and a coffee, come by, say hi. We'd love to see you. We like to do everything we can to inform and bring value to the neighborhood here in Sienna. We just had, by the way, our Santa and Smiles event. Pretty cool to see some of the kids come to that, get to meet Santa. And we had a toy drive in which we were able to get, I've got to count up how many, but almost 3 full boxes. I mean, boxes as tall as I am, full of toys. They go to benefit second mile. That was pretty cool. You can see a couple photos right here. All that to say, let's jump into the Sienna market. What I like to do to really understand the market is look at the prior year. So I'm going to go look at the month of November closed sales and the month of November closed sales for 2025. That's the only closed month we have to base that off of. Obviously, you can go back and look at October, September, August, all the way back. We do one every month, but that's how we get this information. So first thing we want to look at is the active listings. Right now, there's 392 homes on the market in Sienna. Last year was 302. That's up over 30% of inventory on the market. How many homes have sold in Sienna? We had 72 this year. Last year, we had 65. That's up 5%. So a little bit of increase in sales for November. But here's a really cool number. Amount of homes sold last year, all the way through November and all the way through November this year. We have 917 this year, 806 last year. We're up 14% in the amount of sales. Now, majority of that is new construction, but overall, that's a good sign that the Sienna market is still moving. How long is it taking you to sell your home? Maybe your home's sitting on the market or you're thinking about putting your home on the market. How long is it taking? 90 days is the average it's taking. Last year was 89 days, so not a big bump. So you're looking about 3 months on average. Now, I did some breakdown so you can kind of know what's the average, how long is it taking homes at different price points. If your home is, if you're selling it and you're between the $0 to $400,000 range, about 49 days, the 400 to 650 range, about 64 days. The 750 to $1 million is at 76 days, and the $1 million and above is actually 36 days. So the shortest amount of days is the highest price point. Why? There's a lot of factors with that, but that just lets you know where you're at. Now, every home is different. Here's some other information you might want to know, by the way. One of the biggest things that most homeowners care about is my home appreciating in value. The average sales price in Sienna right now, overall, average of all the homes, $606,386. Last year, that was $592,229. So we're up over 2% in the increase of homes sold. That's taken a whole year as well, so we able to do that. Now, give you some special facts is how is homes zoned to Ridgepoint doing compared to homes zoned to Crawford? Some quick stats side by side. Ridgepoint, Crawford High School. Days to sell, 48 for Ridgepoint, 82 for Crawford. And mainly that's because there are a lot newer homes there that's zoned to Crawford, and it's in much more competition with new construction than some of the other resale neighborhoods are in Sienna. What's the average sales price? I'm actually doing the median sales price for homes zoned to Crawford versus zoned to Ridgepoint. Crawford, $539,900, the average price there. The average median, again, this is median for Ridgepoint, $509. And again, mainly that's because most of the homes zoned to Crawford are new construction. There's a very few amount of homes that you could buy right now, brand new, that would be zoned to Ridgepoint. Very few. The majority, 95% of those, I would say, are all zoned to Crawford High School. And then how many sales are actually happening with Ridgepoint, home zoned to Ridgepoint versus home zoned to Crawford? If you're zoned to Crawford, there's been 273 homes sold that were zoned to Crawford. And again, 222 of those are brand new homes. Ridgepoint, which is by far the largest part of the neighborhood, there's been 342 sold so far on that. And only 49 of those are new, so if that gives you some information. That being said, what does all of this data mean? Here's what it means. If you're a homeowner and you're thinking about selling, the great thing is the market's doing really well in the sense of the sales price is continuing to increase year over year. However, there's lots of homes that are still sitting on the market. We have the highest amount of inventory and it's taking almost 3 months to sell. So know that as you go into the game, if you have a particular date, hey, we need to get moved on, know that like the average is 3 months. Now, some homes are selling, we sell a considerable amount of homes here in Sienna. I think at this point, we're probably one of the top teams as far as resale I know we were last year and the year before that. Haven't looked at the numbers this year, but we sell a lot of homes, and I would say we see a lot of homes that fly off the market, do really well, and some that sit. Average probably now is that 2 or 3 month period. That's why as a homeowner, just making sure you get the right price, you're doing the right marketing initiatives, you're getting the right advice on all of that, super important. That being said, as well, as a homeowner, just having good expectations, making sure you're talking to an expert real estate agent. If you need to talk to us, here's our number right here. We'll drop it on the screen. But making sure you have a game plan of what you're gonna do and really understanding how your home is gonna perform. If you're a current homeowner that you're trying to sell, here's the reality. And so if you're sitting over that 3 month time period of on the market and you don't, maybe it's time to make that price adjustment, or maybe it's time to make a switch in a real estate agent trying to figure out one that can actually help you get the home sold. Also means just have really good expectations that the buyers that are out there are gonna probably be a lot more pickier. They're gonna probably have want a lot more negotiating terms that maybe you're not used to in prior markets. That's what it's like. Buyers, what's the advantage for buyers right now, or what's the market for buyers? You got a lot more options out there. You can take your time, and you've probably got a lot more negotiating power. So if you're thinking of moving into Sienna, that's a great thing. You've got a lot of options, but I will still tell you, the homes that are very special and you can't get them every day, those are still going pretty quick. So make sure you're staying on top of it, working with the team that really can help you find the home that you want. All that to say, we are in a pretty balanced market. Interest rates are still where I thought they would be at this time. The projection for next year, as you can see in the slides, is that they're probably not gonna be going anywhere lower than 6. As I thought would happen this year, they're bouncing between 6 and 6.5 on average for a 30-year fix. All that to say, there's the update. If you have any questions, if we can do anything for you, drop a comment below, shoot us a DM. Otherwise, we'll see you in 2026. Have a happy New Year. Merry Christmas from the Adams Group. Ryan Adams here with the Adams Group at Real Broker.